We are moving on to our first panel discussion of the day on the topic local and thriving, what retail in the Northeast looks like today. Join us for a dynamic conversation that dwells into the hearts of Northeast India's retail landscape. This panel brings together visionary leaders who are redefining local commerce through innovation, resilience, and community-centric strategies. Gain first-hand insight into how regional entrepreneurs are navigating challenges and seizing opportunities to create thriving retail ecosystems. Let us welcome, first of all, Mr. Krishna Gopal Agarwalla, COO and Managing Partner, People's Mart and Hotel Paramount Palacio. He will be one of the speakers, and with him will be joining Mr. Christopher Rani, that is a CEO, CRINC. Huge round of applause for him as well, who will be speaking on this very important topic. Also will be joining Mr. Siddharth Jalan, CEO, Sohum Shoppe Private Limited. Huge round of applause for him. Mr. Subhash Soni, Director, M&J, Manik Chand, Nand Kishore Jewelers Private Limited. Huge round of applause for all the speakers. And now, of course, without the moderator, it's completely incomplete, a session, a panel discussion. So let us welcome the moderator of the session, Mr. Kumar Rajagopalan, CEO, Retailers Association of India. Huge round of applause.
Secure your space now in Krishna Bhumi Arcade. Be the Sevapreneur at spiritual capital of India, Vrindavan Dham. Own shop in a place where thousands of devotees visit daily.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Big round of applause to everybody here. I do have to say that this is a panel that's going to give us new lights into the way in which we can think differently for this whole region. At least that's what my expectation is from the four gentlemen on this. A couple of more people should have joined. One of the women had to join, but I think there were some issues for them personally because they were not able to come in due to health reasons. But otherwise, things are set up for us to be able to get the best out of those four gentlemen. For paucity of time, I'm going to make this a shorter duration session, with your permission. It also means that at some points, if the answer is very long, I may need to cut you short, not because I don't like what you're saying, but because we'll need to get as much as we can from you. आप लोग मिले हो तो आपका पूरा extraction करके ही छोड़ेंगे यहाँ से. So that's the way it is. I would also like the audience to kind of get your own thinking caps on. If there are some specific questions that you want to then ask, do raise your hands and I can definitely pass this on to you so that you can ask questions. Only request is when you do ask questions, aim it at the person who is supposed to give you the answer. I think that's important. Do talk about who is supposed to give you the answer that you want. Is that okay with everybody? Thank you very much. I'll first get all the people on stage to be able to introduce themselves. Each of them have got a business or multiple businesses. So it's not right for me to just let them sit here and start answering. So we'll start with Christopher. Christopher and I have now known each other for a few years, right? Very long time. He says very long time. Okay. So to me, he's one of those people that I'd anyway kind of ring up if I have to kind of get anything done in Meghalaya, because that man is like one magic wand. But I think his magic wand extends beyond the state also. Is that the way it is? Yes, yes. So Christopher, maybe you can tell the people what are the various things that you all do.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here on this platform and to meet all you beautiful people, brilliant minds and brilliant entrepreneurs and great businessmen that has expanded, and most of you are an inspiration also to people like us who are from the state of Meghalaya and Shillong, where we've thrived to be on the map, and we try to build our products and upscale ourselves. So we have a few businesses from, initially we started to mining, then from mining we were exporting to Bangladesh, and then We have a diagnostic chain with a company which is linked in Suraksha in Calcutta, Suraksha Diagnostics, and then from diagnostics, then we got into a bit of retail, and then after retail, now we've started manufacturing our own water mineral plant that is here. So we're marketing that water into different states as well because it's spring water. And apart from that, we are highly into cybersecurity because I basically, my background, I'm an engineer from London, Royal Holloway. So we get into cybersecurity, and we've tied up with a lot of different government agencies for basically anti-terrorist activities to protect our country, which is the first priority of all, is to love our nation and for God and country. That is one of our main motives, and that's what we tell our employees and strive with all our partners, is for God and country always, no matter what we do. So this is one of the latest things that we've been going up, is upscaling our tech industry, where we can also supply valuable resources and to protect the integrity and the modules of every other businesses as well. Not just retail, but to manufacturers and industries and even traders and transporters, where we can, because right now everything is so digitalized, right? So we have a full turnkey projects where right from personal security, digital security, and also building softwares and applications as per the needs at a very, very low cost. Because nowadays we need to be very cost effective. And being in the Northeast, the biggest challenge that we have is transportation. So we try and work around with different applications so that we can cut off costs a lot on transportation with the traffic and time. But we'll get that later, just small introduction, and I'll pass it on. Time's ticking. Thanks a lot.
Basically, Christopher, if आपको ज़मीन के अंदर से कुछ चाहिए, ज़मीन के ऊपर से कुछ चाहिए, digitally कुछ चाहिए, सब कुछ ये कर लेंगे. So I think that's what it is. We've got Subhash Soni. I think Subhash likes to call himself Shub, so I'll call him Shub with his permission. So Shub, you may want to tell us about the things that you do.
So I'll keep it very short and crisp. Warm greetings to everyone on and off the stage. मेरा शुभ नाम शुभ है. I am an artist and I am soon to be an author. My real name is Subhash Soni. People love one calls me Shub. I am also third generation jewelry. Third generation jeweler. I am from Manik Nand Kishore Jewelers. We have also opened the first rooftop sports turf of Northeast India. And I also own an art gallery. This is it. I'll keep it very short. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We've got Siddharth Jalan with us. If there is anybody in this room who's never ever seen Sohum shop, please raise your hand. Okay, job done.
As it's clear, I will not introduce myself. I come from the retail background, which is my introduction. I come from in the retail, which is, I'm a second generation retailer in the name of Sohum. The name was given by Shri Shri Ravi Shankar. That is so close to us. And Sohum means it's me. So that's basically it's me. We are here, and let's, as the retail, this organization come from Retail Summit. So we are here, and this is for Northeast. Yes, Northeast booming. North is rising. Hip hip hooray for Northeast. Thank you so much.
The fourth gentleman is a man who's called KG.
So my name is
do not underestimate his name is Krishna Gopal Agarwalla, but he likes to be called KG. I think he's been a constant student all through. He's still learning.
So my friends like to call me KG. I am okay with Krishna also, but as my friends love it, I don't mind that. So first of all, good
so
evening,
thank you
everyone.
for letting me call you KG.
Most welcome, sir.
दोस्ती तो बन गया आगे.
I thought it was going to be a serious meeting, but when I met Mr. Kishore, sir, it was a very friendly introduction, and I came to know that it's going to be a very easy discussion. I don't have to be worried about anything and everything. So yeah, I am the managing director and CEO for People's Mart. It's a retail outlet, supermarket. It's a baby of COVID. COVID was something which made us open up that store, and now we are thinking of expanding it and going big on that. We are the first digital Doodhwala in Guwahati, you can say. We have our thing called Morning Basket, where we provide milk. As जो पहले दूध वाले करते थे वो हम लोग कर रहे हैं, but digitally. Besides that, I'm also the managing partner and CEO for Hotel Paramount Palacio. There are multiple restaurants there by the name of Abacus and Nix. अगर आप रात को पार्टी कर रहे हैं और नहीं सो रहे हैं तो आप मेरे यहाँ पर हैं. That is for sure. वो आप गुवाहाटी में किसी को भी पूछ लीजिएगा. So that is what I stand for. So that's it. That's my introduction. Thank you so much.
So some of you already taken it as an invitation for tonight. Very good. Thank you very much. Thanks for the invite. So we start off with the questions. Okay. So, and the first one is, I think we're anchoring our questions on 4 different parts, and the others in the audience can add to this. First part is about surviving and growing in a manner which will make sure that you give a tough stand to the national players as well as the international players. At the same time, try and make sure that you are yourself a big force to reckon with. You could be local sometimes, you could also be national, you could be international. So that's what I want to ask some of you. The second part of it is about what drives the businesses here, what goes just beyond the brand that happens in this part of the world. And some of you can answer that. People, very important part of retail, and we know that this place has got some huge potential for people and a huge number of people who can really be a potential for retail as an industry. So we'll touch that. And then the last part is about what do local players need to do to make themselves be able to fight any competition on the one hand, and also to try and see if you can also be competitive forces across the country or across the world. So that's where we are. I do have a little bit of a thought in my mind over and above all this, is what is that big thing that we can take out of this room? For example, आपके पास सब कुछ है. You've got land, you've got this beautiful weather in this part of the world, you've got people who are willing to consume. What is it that can stop us in making this place as one of those really aspirational retail destinations in this whole country? Okay. So can you be a Dubai? Can you become a Singapore? Can you become an equivalent of an Oxford Street in the UK? So I think those are things that we can think about and dream of, and that's the other thing that we may need to touch. So this is where we are. We can start off with Christopher. Christopher, you've been involved with various projects. You've also been involved in thinking locally, at the same time giving an international experience to people. So question is, what can the people in Northeast do to create a significant presence in their businesses?
Well, actually, the people in the Northeast, they already have something which is very local, traditional. First of all, our tradition. You know, it's always very different from the rest of the entire country. So just by our tradition, a lot of people come, say for example, in Shillong, tourism, right? It's part of the retail market because of the hotel industry and everything like that. So basically people in Meghalaya, they're very, very friendly. So it's more of the local nature, the culture that you don't get anywhere, right? And the best part is we sell the weather, and the weather comes for free, you know, and people come there for the weather, then the cleanliness. And then we have natural products that actually grow very well in Meghalaya. Like we have like a Lakadong turmeric and the great quality of ginger that comes out of Meghalaya, and pineapples, you know, which you probably would not get anywhere in the different part of our country because of the weather and the vegetation. So I know for a fact that a lot of pineapples have also been sent all the way from Shillong, Meghalaya, to places like all the way till Germany. Wow. You know, because of the quality and the particular whatever it contains inside it. So they've taken it because they use it for the lactose purposes, and the pineapple from here goes to Germany. So it's just that we are not exploring in a different way the sense that people in the Northeast don't market properly. You know, that is the biggest backdraw. We don't spend money on marketing. We don't market ourselves, you know, but people come, they know. The moment we do market ourselves in a very national and global and create a presence, this is definitely a hub, you know. I mean, if Shillong can be called the rock capital of India, I mean, why would it be called the rock capital of India? Why would Brian Adams come? Why would Ed Sheeran come? You know, that kind. We're already selling ourselves there, you know. We have a market, we have a presence, we have enough tourists that comes there. Man, I would like to shop at 18 degrees, not at 38 degrees in Guwahati. Sorry. You can open another Sohum in Shillong. I mean, you won't need to spend money on AC also. You know, people would enjoy that, you know, that is what we are selling at. That is the value that we have, the weather, the kindness, people, and communication, you can say, I mean, I mean, a taxi driver would speak in English to you. So we have natural resources, we have people. I mean, the most important thing about, I think, in the Northeast, the retail part, everything is our people are so friendly, so kind, and I think we can sell anything. I mean, if you walk into a store and someone just smiles at you, and you'd feel so bad not buying anything coming out of that store. So that's what happens in the Northeast. But then we're too afraid of marketing ourselves. I think if we had a nice, good marketing company or a marketing agency that would promote our people, our products in the entire Northeast, I'm sure it would work pretty well, I guess.
Very interesting. How many of you know about the pineapple from that place? Lots of them. यार मुझे अभी तक पता नहीं था. I'm almost salivating thinking about this whole pineapple thing. But think about this. This country's got a concept called the ODOP, one district, one product. And if you sell your pineapple and tell that I won't sell it to you unless you put up a signage telling that this is a Meghalaya pineapple. Okay. One of the only clauses for selling is that you have to say it's a Meghalaya pineapple. Then life is changed. Look at champagne. I mean, I keep telling people about this example. Everybody makes a Prosecco, everybody makes a bubbly, but you can't sell champagne as champagne unless it's made in Champagne region of France. That's how they have made sure that every bubbly is not a champagne. And a champagne can never be named anywhere else because it has to come from the region of Champagne. So there are possibilities like this, and I think we have to take something from what he said to make it market karo. Thank you so much. Shubhji, what's your thought on the way in which one has to develop markets? You've been an artist. You are also saying that you do various things that will help. I mean, people are buying jewelry from your company also. So what makes this uniqueness about what you all sell, and what will keep you ahead of competition in spite of, let's say, a national set of players coming in and competing with you?
Such a wonderful question. Thank you for the question, actually. The first part of the question is कि what makes us unique? कैसा हम क्या करते हैं कि हमसे लोग खरीदते हैं? See, we in GS Road, if we start looking at the jewelry store, there are more than 19 jewelry stores एक straight line पे. फिर भी लोग अगर MNJ से jewelry खरीद रहे हैं, तो what is the main reason behind it? And actually I studied behind it. मैंने पढ़ा कि क्या reason है. And जब reason पता चला, तो the reason was understanding. तो जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमारे क्लाइंट के साथ है, वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग मेरे क्लाइंट के किसी और के साथ नहीं है. दैट इज़ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. एंड विथ अंडरस्टैंडिंग देर इज़ ट्रस्ट, देर इज़ इमोशन, एंड देर इज़ द वैल्यू एंड ट्रेडिशन विच वी फॉलो, बिकॉज दिस इज़ what is very important. And that is the only reason they buy from us. We don't sell. Honestly बता रहा हूँ, we don't sell, they buy from us. So this is a very interesting concept जो मैंने सीखा. And I don't remember in the past 1 year I have sold anything to anyone. They have bought from me, from the store. And by just this simple concept, मेरी life change हुई है. And to be very honest, the people of Northeast are very, very humble in anything they do. And all the employees, like 80% of our employees are from Assam. And the love which they share and we get is really to the next level. So it is a 77-year-old legacy brand, and we restarted for some reason, and it's been 13 years, we restarted from the scratch. And our total square feet today is around 13,000 square feet, and by the next 3 months, we will cross 19,000 square feet of retail display area of jewelry. So I have given the answer. I hope I have answered to your question.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nice to know that there can be businesses where customers buy and you're not selling to them. So I think it's amazing. Thank you.
I can add one more point to this. See, we are focusing much more of our energy in the buyer's journey. See, जब हम sell करते हैं ना, हम selling point of view से सोचते हैं. But since I told that they buy, so we are focusing on buyer's journey and the touch point at every step. We are trying to give our best, keep wow moment हो every step में. They get an expert advice because see, अगर मैं भी कहीं पे साड़ी लेने जा रहा हूँ, I have no idea कि साड़ी कैसी क्वालिटी की कहाँ अच्छी मिलती है. तो I look for somebody who can advise me कि ऐसी लो आप for your mom, for your wife. So ऐसा अगर हम expert advice अपने client को देते हैं, जो education जो उनको नहीं पता, it changes the game.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I also like that point of yours about people being very nice to in their service. I'll come to that later. With Siddharth, the question is slightly different. Siddharth, I know that you're already in a field where there's a lot of competition. काफ़ी लोग आ चुके हैं यहाँ पर, similar type of department store chains. But in spite of whatever happens, you guys have been growing. So what is the secret? And is that a secret that you are willing to share with everybody here?
Actually, there is no secret. It is continuous learning. I'll just share you a small story. 2008, we were only present in the Fancy Bazaar, which is an old market, which is the typical wholesale market, and we were present in the 4th floor. So now everyone's talking about GS Road, ki retail is happening in GS Road, so you need to open a store in the GS Road. We have opened store in the GS Road. Now, what is next? 2005, we have opened store in GS Road. What is next? You know, nearby, there is a mall is coming up. What is next? Then me and my brother Sandeep, we are sitting, there is a property in ABC. Let's go and see. So the next question my dad asked me, कि यार 1 kilometer के अंदर है, what you will do? We are selling garment, you are selling garment. No idea what to do. So I said, Dad, Shoppers is eyeing on. So that particular property was already finalized by the Shoppers, 2008. तो डैड को बोला अगर शॉपर्स को रोकना है तो हमें ये जगह लेनी पड़ेगी. So then there the concept came Sohum Emporio. We had the concept, but we don't know what to do. So this is, as I say, you know, when you have, you know, if you want to do, you can success. So there we went, and people know as a Sohum in this industry, retail industry, people know ki what is all Sohum about. So we opened their Emporio, where we have international brands like CK. 2008, we have CK, we have Tommy. तो डैड ने बोला इतनी बड़ी जगह करेंगे क्या? मैं बोला we will open shop in shop. That time there was no concept as shop in shop. People buy product, they sell product. So for us, I can say we are the one who bring this shop in shop concept in the retail. So we have given them this space. So here today we have from national to international brand. Yes, retail is changing, retail is demanding, but I keep on saying to everyone, we need to adapt the situation. We need to make sure that we are ready for the competition. This is how we are here now.
Very interesting. I think it's amazing that you are saying that you can open up a store 1 kilometer दूर क्योंकि shoppers हैं वहाँ पर. If there are customers I'll open, I'm not bothered about giving competition to myself. बहुत कम retailers हैं जिनको ऐसा एक हिम्मत होगा. And I think then the concept is very clear, and you're also willing to experiment with new products, new themes, very high-end products, and you seem to have kind of brought in some of the international companies should be very thankful and falling at your feet many a times.
Yes, their company now, I must share with you, we are dealing with Hugo Boss. Now, Hugo Blue, they are opening their first store in India, which is again in Mumbai. And the first SIS in the country with us. We already signed with them, with Hugo Blue. They have seen our store. They have come, the team has come, they have seen the store. They said, ki, yaar, we always thought of Northeast, but we haven't seen Northeast such a way where you have presented. So it's all, I give all thanks to my, as Northeast, as everyone is saying, प्यार बहुत है यहाँ पर. You come, you just smile, people will buy. It is not about discounting. It is not about online. It is not about anything. It's just like how you service them, You need to, yes, we need to serve our customer like आज है, कल मत सोचो, आज आओ, आज की आज देखेंगे.
Very nice. I like this confidence and the ability. Very nice. Thank you so much. KG, आप तो एक काम करते हो अच्छा. रात को आप सबको पार्टी में बुलाते हो, सुबह सुबह सबको दूध पिलाते हो. So what makes this happen? What is it that you have learned? Because you're obviously in two different kinds of businesses. One that's purely about hospitality, and the other business is about yaar roj ka jamela khatam karo inka. So what have you learned? What do you think are the business secrets that can work for a place like this?
Thank you, Kishore, for the question. See, business is business actually. If you talk in terms of business, it's customer service. That is the end goal. You want to sell doodh, you want to sell chawal, chini, daru, kuch bhi bechna hai, liquor, whatever you want to sell. If you are able to provide your customer good service, if they're happy coming to you, that is the end goal. Today, what happens if there's a brand in terms of garment, in terms of hotel, or anything, what happens is that they're very rigid. They'll have to follow their set standard rules. They cannot change it because that is being governed by the senior authorities XYZ, maybe in Delhi, maybe in Mumbai, maybe internationally elsewhere. But what happens is that they need that comfort. They need it ke when I'm going to this property, I feel comfortable. I feel someone I can talk to. If there's a problem, I can address to it. See, problems are going to be there. But you need to address it. You need to address it calmly. You need to be polite to that. And if you can understand their problem, even if you cannot solve it, tell it. Tell them that I'm sorry, this is a problem I cannot solve. Can I do something else? So that is what is needed. So that is what we have been doing. 9 years in the hospitality industry, our hotel has opened up, and we are coming up with another 85-room property very soon, in another 6-7 months. So that is what you have learned. Just make the customers happy. Just try to give them best as possible. Hospitality is more above services. What we say is that we need to provide service. Providing service is not hospitality. It is something beyond that. It is something where, see, you're spending money. You can spend it elsewhere, anywhere you want. But what happens is that 1.5 hour, 2 hour you're spending with me, if you can forget everything and you can just enjoy that moment, that is what is needed. And that is what makes us thrive. We try to make your time worthful. We try to make that 1 hour, 2 hour that you are spending with us the best time of your life, where you can forget all the worries, all the day-long hassles that you've been going through. You can just pass on through that. And then People's Mart was obviously another way of providing to our customers, because COVID was there. There was a lot of hustle bustle in providing services to the customers. So that is the time we came up with People's Mart. So that when we opened up People's Mart, the designing and everything was done as good as any big basket store which is running all over India, and we made sure that we design it to that level. Then after that, the services came. So we made sure that we could provide the services, we could provide the quality. Then there was another thing, the app is not there. Then we came up with an app. Then the milk thing was happening because this milkmans were nowadays those are eradicating. People ko chahiye ki Amul ka doodh hi chahiye. Their services was not there. So we tapped that market. So it's a process. As Siddharth said, it's a process. You need to keep on learning, keep on doing something or the other. And just understand one thing, that you will have to fulfill what customer wants. You cannot sell, I cannot sell X. I can only sell what my customer is wanting. If I can understand that, I can do whatever business I want. I just need to understand the customer mind frame and make them happy and satisfied. That is the bottom line, I think. Thank you.
On the business of this whole morning milk, it's called milk basket? Morning basket. So you obviously are giving more than just milk to them in the morning basket. Tell us a bit about this. This is always a business that's intrigued, because I've seen a lot of people across the country start this whole milk run as a business to start with. And then they've added a lot of products, but somewhere down the line, many of them have not been able to succeed. Okay. Personally, I'd have thought that should be the most successful business, because most of us would think, यार मैंने पूरे दिन में कुछ भी order कर लिया, मुझे सुबह घर पे मिल गया. That's the way I look at a customer, but doesn't seem to have worked. But you seem to be happy with it. So what is it that you're doing here? Do you only sell it from products that you have? Do you also sell from various other collaborated set of people? How does that work?
So see, the biggest advantage is that we are running morning basket with People's Mart. And in People's Mart, I have the entire chain of supplies. I have all the products which are available. So that gives me an easy hand. There are a lot of people who are opening up just to service milk or any other products that they'll have to procure the previous day, then sell it to them. I am over those hassles, because I have my own departmental store. I have the entire product range with me. So that is what helps me a lot. Plus what has happened is that, again, people have come up with apps. That apps were not working because customer mindset nahi tha. Unhone app bana diya, now the customer is not ready to use the app, give it up. The idea is a flop. In my case, the customer is not using the app. I'll give you WhatsApp service. आप मेरे को WhatsApp में ऑर्डर कर दो. फिर बोला नहीं, मेरे को WhatsApp भी नहीं होता है. सर मैं आपको फ़ोन कर लेता हूँ, आप फ़ोन में ऑर्डर दे दो मेरे को. So I am ready to bend. मेरे को कस्टमर को क्या सुविधा है, कस्टमर बोलता है मेरे को फ़ोन में ऑर्डर देना है, सर आप फ़ोन में दे दीजिए, व्हाट्सएप में देना है, ऐप में दे दीजिए, आपको सब्सक्रिप्शन मॉडल चाहिए, आपको डे टू डे बेसिस पे करना है, वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट. सी अल्टीमेटली हर किसी को सेम सामान चाहिए और कन्वीनियंस चाहिए. What we are thriving on is providing the customer the convenience they are looking for. I am not rigid on any particular thing कि मैं ऐप से ही करूँगा, मैं व्हाट्सएप से करूँगा, नहीं. So that is what is working for us and that is how we are growing on this.
Very nice. I like this concept. Because I've always thought that a supermarket has got the best possibility of converting themselves into this early morning delivery system. रात को भी ऐसा भी दुकान बंद है, उस समय में आपने पूरा का पूरा ऑर्डर को इकट्ठा कर लिया, सुबह में जाके दे दिया लोगों को. Unless you want to always say कि नहीं कस्टमर दुकान में ही आना चाहिए. Not necessary. If customer wants it at home, you give it at home. The customer wants to come to the store, let them come to the store. Do you intend to have this as a tie-up across the state, across various parts of the country? Is there any plans like that?
See, right now I think Northeast in itself is a huge market. I have not been able to tap Guwahati in itself to a very big extent. So I'll take my hands slow. I want to grow deep than growing left and right, widen up. Nahi. I want to go to my roots. First, I'll take it step by step. Guwahati, Assam, Northeast, and then maybe nationwide. But it's a process. This is not going to happen in a day or two. I think I'll take my time on this. I know sometimes it is a well said verse. Business वो नहीं चलता जो सोच के चलाते हैं, वो चलता है जो जल्दी करते हैं. There's always a first mover advantage. I have taken that advantage, but for the expansion thing, I'll take some time on this because again, it's a competitive market, funds है, सब कुछ है, and I'm not ready to burn money. I'm not like a startup company जिसका valuation बढ़ते जा रहा है, profits कमते जा रहा है. I want to make my valuation in terms of my profit.
Fair enough.
And that is the reason I'm going to take time, a little. I'll be a little slow when I'm progressing on this.
ठीक है, एक छोटा सा ऑफर देता हूँ आपको, चाहिए तो ले लो. आजू बाजू में लोग बैठे हुए हैं, है ना, ये कोई ज्वेलरी बेच रहे हैं, कोई कपड़ा बेच रहे हैं, आप तो धंधे में है ही नहीं. अगर कस्टमर को मॉर्निंग बास्केट में वो भी चाहिए तो इनके साथ जोड़ लो.
बिल्कुल सर, एक आफ्टर मीटिंग करते हैं इनके साथ.
कभी कभी हमको तो कभी अंडरवेयर का भी जरूरत पड़ जाता है सुबह में. और पता नहीं मुझे कल सुबह में प्रपोजल किसी को करना है तो फिर आई मे नीड सम ज्वेलरी आल्सो. वन डजंट नो.
So when the time changes, we'll surely do that.
But I like the way in which it's happening. Thank you so much. We touched a bit upon the service aspect of people here. Because of lack of time, I'll not jump too much. But I do believe in what you guys have told about people. Because each one of you, when you talk about the people of this part of the world being very, very nice, gentle, about the way in which they behave, about the employees who behave differently. And one of the things that I had personally thought about when the initial Prime Ministers think about Swachh Bharat had come, was स्वच्छता के साथ में सभ्यता भी चाहिए. Because स्वच्छता तो ठीक है, I think स्वच्छता will not come unless there is also सभ्यता in the minds of people. I think you are blessed in many ways because I think sabhyata is ingrained in the people in this part of the world. Am I right or wrong? All the four of you.
Absolutely.
Right? So if that is the way it is, what can you do to make sure that these kinds of people are available in a better trained methodology at the front end for serving customers or at the back end to make sure that they are buying or doing various things for customers? And the second, and any one of you can answer. And what else can you think of that can be done to use the potential of such wonderful human beings in this part of the world?
Yeah, Northeast is full of potential in terms of workforce. I agreed in that. If you go to hotel industry, wherever in the country, you will find Northeast people, right? You will find there. It's just that we need to little bit more skilled. We want more training to be happen. All this, when you see the youngster, we need to tell them that we does not belong to only the hospitality industry. Northeast people, when we talk about, you will find in the hotel services, in this, but not in the IT. What I look from Northeast is we need more, IT parks. We look more, ITians to be here. So this is what I want because here people live for today. That is okay. We as Northeast, if you are talk to me, yes, if 10 years back, kal सोचेंगे आज तो need to party. But now as we are not uncertainty of the world, when can be war happen, what is the next. So we need this kind of platform, or maybe your organization, where we can skill people beyond the, the service, maybe IT sector, whatever that is required.
Yeah.
Just like to add
Any
to
other
that.
thoughts? Yeah.
Yeah. So as I'm into the hospitality industry, I have been to places all over the India, and to the best of the restaurants, best of the hotels, and everywhere, I have found the maximum of people from Assam doing jobs there, and they are amazing. They are literally amazing. But the problem is, I am not being able to retain that same person in Guwahati locally here, because they are thriving for growth. That is a problem here. They are not being able to grow. The expected salaries are much higher in those cities compared to us. And that is obvious, because the revenue model in the metropolitan cities are huge. We are still going towards that path. So that is a challenge we are facing. But I think with so much of development happening in all the sectors, when we will be able to provide the same salaries and the same developments which are happening elsewhere, they would not want to leave their home and go elsewhere and work. So maybe down the year that problem will be solved, and we'll be having a very good manpower, local manpower there, and we'll be able to do justice to the hospitality industry.
Oh, interesting. Actually, there are two ways to look at it. One is whether they are able to grow within our own industry, and I'm trying to be an answering person here. The other thing is, if I am able to go to various parts of the country and say, "Arey, aap Palacio mein kaam kiya chike ho pehle," that itself is a big booster and achievement. I mean, I can tell you, I come from Shoppe Stop, so whenever I go to department stores anywhere or any of the retail stores in the country, there is at least 1 or 2 or 3 people who's worked with us in some form. It makes me feel very proud, because I'm like, you've gone through the institute called Shoppe Stop. So sometimes you may need to re-look at yourself and become an institute, and then you start thinking, ठीक है ना, हम तो फसल तो कटता रहेगा, हम नया बीज बोएंगे. I mean, that's the way in which things can work. I do think that there are fantastic people from this part. I have to thank people from this part, this region. I mean, each one of us who've been in retail or who've been in the hospitality sector, I've seen some fantastic people coming from this part of the world. So thank you very much.
Can I add something about the people? See, थोड़ा सा contradicting है. तो point ये है कि see, we are expecting so much from the government and other people, जैसे कि सिद्धार्थ भैया ने बताया अभी. But जब तक वो नहीं होता है, तब तक हम हाथ पे हाथ धर के बैठ तो नहीं सकते. So we have changed something in the equation. We have started training our employee in such a way that क्या होता है ना, they are not brought up in that way कि ना वो long term देख सके. तो सबसे पहला concept we have figured out is that what is in it for them apart from the salary. Salary is not everything that they look. Suppose for an example, if you find a Tata ka employee, he's getting 15,000 salary. If we offer him ki come, I'll give you 20,000 salary, he'll not come, because of there's something which is apart from the money. So वो जब चीज़ हम figure out कर लेते हैं ना, तब people work for you.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Right, absolutely.
So the hiring process which we have in our company is really solid. वहीं पर ही filtration हो जाता है, वहीं पर ही उनका एक brain एक अलग level पे develop हो जाता है, that they need to work and not work for themselves but work for the entire nation. Because अगर वो अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, कंपनी ग्रो कर रही है, वो ग्रो कर रहे हैं, जो लोग बाहर से आ रहे हैं, with a taxi driver, they are all earning. So it is a development of the nation, not just for that particular person.
Thank you very much. There is one last question I'm going to ask them. There are lots of questions I'm not going to ask, so that I can leave 1 or 2 questions for the people here. This whole technology, change of technology, digital innovation, how worried are each one of you thanks to this? And if you are not worried, why are you not worried? Any one of you can answer.
You should actually be very worried, actually.
You should be worried.
Yeah.
Okay?
With the wars coming in, cyber warfare, say for example, I mean, we've seen actual cases that has happened in Meghalaya. So there's some hotels, very prominent hotels, right? So what people do is, they go and create a fake website, exactly like that, copy the exact content. Say if it was, say, abc.com, then make an abcd.co.asia or something, right? And upscale their SEO. And then people start searching that, oh, I want to go Cherrapunji and all that. Oh, these are the hotels. And their hotels' pictures first comes up and the websites. And then they call and, oh, you want to book a room? Oh, yeah. please, you can kindly GPay 10,000, you can take the suite, the room. And, the customer reaches that hotel and is like, we don't have a booking in your name, but we've made that payment.
I've experienced this a number of times, and
Yeah?
I'm still doing it. You can say at least
So
there
he
are
should
15
be
to
worried
20
because he
cases
has a
every
hotel.
year.
He
15 to
also-
20 cases every year this happens to.
He's only experiencing it.
Wow. So you got a person who's coming to your hotel and saying, "मैंने तो booking करी थी यार, देखो."
I'm saying you 15 to 20 times a year this happens.
Wow.
It can happen in a place like, say, for example, tomorrow I launch a website showing Sohum and all the products listing and buying. People are buying online. Boom, 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 boom. I'm receiving money. It's going into crypto, transferred out. And people are lining up in the shop like, where's my product? You should be worried. So we can prevent that for you. So
Yeah.
you can call us.
Okay, so there's a little bit of sales talk that's helped all of us. But frankly, it is a genuine issue. It is a genuine issue, and I'm sure that people can use services like this because you should be careful about what's happening to your brand. Siddharth, you wanted to say something? Yeah. Okay, so that's one. The other thing is competitive worry. आप लोगों ने किसी ने भी वो competition worry. Whenever I go to other parts of the country, there is always people who say, अरे यार पता नहीं e-commerce वाले ने मेरा हालत खराब कर दिया, e-commerce वाले ने मेरा हालत खराब कर दिया. There is always these kinds of worries that come up. Is that a worry?
Not actually.
Not yet.
If I talk about, I have one more small business, which is not business. I just share. We have one dairy, which we sell every day 500 liters of milk. Right? Yes, technology is part. So when we started with that, we started with our own society. We bought 2 cows. कि अब देना है दूध. So started with free में लेके जाओ. No, there is no, already in milk there is an 40% water is there. You don't have to add water. Milk already by nature there is an high percentage of water. So we priced it very high. तो हमने अपने घर से start किया. As you said, technology is there, but population of 140. I targeted not the people who only prefer technology, but the people who want quality. So today I am selling milk with, if you want to buy milk, you need to give the deposit of 15,000 first. Number one. Then you need to have your own cattle. आपको अपना वो देना पड़ेगा. So my milk is fresh. I doesn't want to give you in the packet. Container is, you need to buy 2 set of that. So एक मेरे पास रहेगा, एक आपके पास रहेगा. And there is a deposit of 15,000. Right now, I am selling 500 because that is my capacity. We are not looking beyond. And we are selling 72 rupees a liter.
Wow.
And people are buying. We have application. So yes, technology is there. But if you have good product, people are there to buy. So yes, we need to adapt everything. As your business demand, technology is important. But we never forget where we come from. Our roots as an Indian, if we give good product, people will pay for it. And they are the people, now I said I don't want to go that part of the, I don't have budget कि मैं zoo road जाके बेचूं. So I said, my driver will come and pick from your place. So yes, we have.
This is amazing lesson for any retailer. Sometimes we get restricted because of our own selves. अगर आप 72 रुपया में मिल्क बेच सकते हो, कस्टमर के डिपॉजिट ले सकते हो, कस्टमर को प्लास्टिक कवर तक नहीं देते हो, and yet you can do business. You can do business of boss inside your store. You can get the best of international brands inside the store and show कि यार मैं यहाँ पर भी खोल करके यहाँ पर भी बेच सकता हूँ. I think we sometimes underestimate our customers. That's the lesson I'm getting from this. Is that you don't need to get worried. You just need to know your customers and start doing things. आप फुकट में देते तो नहीं खरीद रहे थे लोग, पर 72 रुपया में ले रहे हैं अभी. So because the minute you charge, I mean, this is lesson in retail. Because sometimes if you give it free, people don't appreciate it. Sometimes if you charge them a premium, they start thinking उसमें कुछ special है, इसके वजह से मेरा त्वचा अच्छा हो जाएगा. So this is the way life is. So amazing. Nice. Thank you so much. He is going to start with another 500 cows. So thank you. Shall I open it up for questions? Questions, people? Do we have a? I'll just come. You guys will have to get some. Yeah. You have.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. So, very happy to be a part of this panel. I think there's been some lovely discussions. I don't have a question per se, I just have one particular point that reminded me when we were discussing. I think, Subhash, Siddharth, I think even Krishna, you mentioned something very interesting, very important on the people front in terms of the retail workforce in Assam. So retail has been very close to me. I've been a part of the retail organization since the last 20 years. I worked in organizations in Mumbai, Bangalore, and there were a lot of workforce which are from Northeast and who are working there. Yeah, and every time I kind of bump into certain person from Northeast, I kind of ask them questions, what if you want to go back to Northeast, what happens? All right, so, I mean, you had mentioned that, one is the salary piece, you kind of get better salaries here. The other thing is the career part. So what they mentioned is that, I would not have a career there. That's the reason why I'm moving out. But when I asked them, if given an opportunity, would you want to go back? So there are so many people, at least 90-95% people who said, I would love to go back to. And I think, 5 years back, it would not have been possible, but now I think it is very much possible with, Northeast, developing at such a rapid pace. So, I mean, of course, my best wishes to all of you, but this is just a thought that I thought I would share with you.
Absolutely agreed.
Thank you. So, सिर्फ नौकरी नहीं देते हैं, आपका कैरियर भी बनाते हैं. I think we'll have to build a mission on that in this part. So, thank you so much. Please, questions, because we got one question only left, huh? Okay?
हेलो
क्वेश्चन है ना?
हाँ क्वेश्चन.
हाँ बोलिए जी.
तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि जो हम लोग अभी सर्विस दे रहे हैं कस्टमर्स को रिटेन करना या उनको वैल्यू एडिट करने के लिए हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं?
Is there somebody that you are asking to? Anybody in the panel? Anybody can answer, okay?
Yes. Your question, मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूँ आपका क्वेश्चन ये है कि क्लाइंट को रिटेन करने के लिए क्या करना है. सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन यही है ना. द सिंपल आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज कीप इन टच विथ योर क्लाइंट. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, क्लाइंट को सामान बेचते हैं, उसके बाद तू कौन मैं कौन, वी डोंट नो ईच अदर. दैट इज़ व्हाट इज़ हैपनिंग. आप क्लाइंट आपसे माल खरीदने के बाद, नॉट सेल करने के बाद, आप उनसे कीप इन टच, आप उनसे टच में रहिए. डू एनीथिंग, कीप इन टच, बट मेक श्योर देयर इज अ थिन लाइन बिटवीन इरिटेशन एंड कीपिंग इन टच. अगर आप डेली बेसिस में मैसेज करते हो, दे विल गेट इरिटेटेड. आपको एक समझना पड़ेगा, अपने क्लाइंट से ही पूछना पड़ेगा कि आपको हम किस टाइम के बाद आपको हम टैप कर सकते हैं. और टैप करने का मतलब ये नहीं कि आप उनको बोलोगे कि आप कब आ रहे हो सामान खरीदने. दैट इज़ रॉन्ग. आपको उनको ऐसी वैल्यूएबल चीज़ देनी पड़ेगी जो उन्हें अपने रियल लाइफ में चाहिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपको चाहिए हाउ टू रिटेन क्लाइंट. सो इफ़ आई एम टेलिंग यू हाउ टू रिटेन क्लाइंट, आप मेरे से ज़्यादा बात करोगे. इफ़ आई एम टेलिंग यू राइट नाउ कि मैं आपको हर 10 दिन बाद एक टिप दूंगा, आप हर 10 दिन में मेरे से पूछोगे. सो दैट इज़ वन वे ऑफ कीपिंग इन टच. This is the best strategy which I follow at MNG. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much. Thanks. Yeah, anything else? One last question. Do we have time? One last question.
Mithilesh.
Hi. At organization level, there is a certain process of getting connect with the consumers. But at local level, how do you connect with the customers? What is any other process that locally you are doing to connect with the customers?
Is there anybody you are asking this question to? Specifically, आप किससे पूछ रहे हैं?
I can ask Siddharth.
सिद्धार्थ से.
मैं अपने आप को लोकली बोलता हूँ. आई एम लोकली, यस. अगेन कीप इन टच वाला जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, वी अप्लाई दैट. हम अप्लाई करते हैं. वी हैव आवर ओन डेटाबेस. अब आप कोई भी फील्ड में है, आज आपके पास अगर दैट आईटी नहीं है तो आप एक नंबर और एक फ़ोन नंबर भी लिखोगे कि लास्ट वो कब आया. तो वी मेंटेन कि कस्टमर हमारे पास क्या आया, क्या लिया और किस लिए लिया. वी हैव दैट इंफॉर्मेशन. तो अगर उसके बेटे का जन्मदिन है तो हम उसको विश करते हैं, नॉट टू सेइंग टू बाइट, हमसे खरीदे, हमने खाली विश कर दिया हैप्पी बर्थडे. तो दैट मैसेज हैज़ बीन पास ऑन कि आज जन्मदिन है, आप आके खरीद लो हमसे. तो आई थिंक एवरीवन इज डूइंग इट, जो भी आप बिजनेस में हो, तो फंडा यही है कि हम वी ऑलवेज डिपेंडेंट ऑन, हम अपने एज ए सोहम मैं हमेशा अपने रेगुलर कस्टमर पर डिपेंडेंट रहता हूँ. क्यों? मेरा 60% सेल थ्रू इज फ्रॉम माई रेगुलर कस्टमर. अब जो 40% एड ऑन हो रहा है, अब उसको कैसे मैं उस नेक्स्ट बेंचमार्क में लेके आऊँ, दैट इज आवर, उसी की जो कर रहा है वो जीत रहा है, जो नहीं कर रहा है वो पीछे हट रहा है.
I'll just add something from my experience. For me, most of my employees have been working for me for more than 5-10 years. So for me to sell something and to retain my customers is because my employees have had a very good relationship with all my customers, you know. That personal bonding that they have when they come, when we need something. So basically, my employees are my friend and they do everything for me. They know the customers. They, like in Meghalaya, especially Shillong, we have a tradition where we share like your Tamil, no? Kwai. So, yeah. So my employees would probably just say, "You've come here, have a kwai, you know, chit chat, you know, talk a little bit." Even if they don't buy anything, they see them on the road. So that's how we maintain our customers also in a lot of aspects of our businesses. So that social engineering of keeping your customers happy through your employees by keeping them your employees happy is something which I've been doing all over these years, and I've got an excellent team where I think all my customers are always there because of my team, actually. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. That's two tips, very different tips, but both of them, I think if you combine, you've got a winning strategy.
Kishore, there's a very
so
interesting thing I'll just tell you. Just three of us, sorry, I have never been to this place. All three of us, if you go to our places, you will find us on the floor.
Yeah.
You'll find us on the floor doing something or the other. So that is what is actually important, and that is what is helping us.
Of course, definitely. I can't remember being in retail and not being on the floor. So, so thank you very much. If all of you had some value getting added, do not feel shy. Claps. Thank you. I learned a lot today. So I'm sure each one of you have taken at least 1 or 2 notes to go together.